We have team coverage on multiple angles. First up is Jennifer Samps. Jennifer, you spent the day near the scene, and at this point, what do we know?
Well, Eddie, the Sheriff's Department says this is the most gruesome plane crash they've ever seen. According to the Brewster County Sheriff's Office, it happened just after midnight. We're being told an elderly woman was being transferred to an Odessa hospital with a broken hip. Her husband, 2 medics, and a pilot were traveling along with her. Right now, you're looking at video of law enforcement working near the crash site. Sheriff Dobson says the plane crashed a mile after takeoff and exploded on impact. The Sheriff Department says the weather conditions were clear enough for flight and believe the cause could be mechanical. We spoke to Chief Investigator NTSB, who said the investigation could take up to 8 weeks, and they're bringing focus to emergency air ambulance accidents nationwide. FAA is also investigating the crash. DPS is guarding the crash site tonight, and the investigation will continue until later on this week.
All right, Jennifer, and thank you very much. And we do have the names of the victims killed in this crash. DPS has identified them as 78-year-old Guy Richard Folger of Alpine, his 59-year-old wife, Mary Folger, the pilot, 59-year-old pilot Ted Cafferl of Beaumont, 2 flight nurses, 42-year-old Tracy Chambers of Alpine, and 49-year-old Sharon Faulkner of Fort Davis. Faulkner's aunt from Big Spring called us to share her family's reaction to this tragedy.
Sharon she loved her job. She loved what she did. She helped everybody in Fort Davis. She was very, very liked, very well loved by everyone in Fort Davis. I mean, they all knew her. She ran the ambulance service. They called her at all hours of the night just to come take their blood pressure. Sharon went. She never refused anybody. She was very caring, and we all realized that, yes, she died doing what she loved.
Now, we are covering this crash from all angles and continue our team coverage with CBS 7's Shannon Murray, who discovered this is not the first time the flight company O'Hara Flying Services has had this trouble. Shannon?
Eddie, that's right. This report from the National Travel Safety Board says a little over a year ago, a similar plane operated by the Amarillo-based company almost crashed. Now, here's a photo of the type of plane that crashed today, which is identical to the one mentioned in this report. NTSB says on May 8, 2009, the plane's right engine suddenly stopped working shortly after takeoff from the Alpine Airport. The pilot was forced to make an emergency landing in the middle of a field. He only received minor injuries and was the only person on board. We called O'Hara Flying Service and they are declining to comment. Live in the studio, Shannon Murray, CBS 7 News.